It's Wednesday night after a long day, and the last thing you want to do is cook dinner from scratch. But you still want a satisfying, tasty meal without the guilt? Enter your freezer's sidekick, Cauliflower. From thin and crispy cauliflower crust pizzas to all-natural white meat chicken tenders and more, Cauliflower is gluten-free always, satisfies every craving, and is ready in minutes. Cauliflower is available in freezer aisles nationwide. Visit eatcauliflower.com/where-to-buy to find a store near you.
You know when you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself? Talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
Critical hit Punch All Nazis takes place in the early days of World War II and combines high adventure with cosmic horror. All dates, locations, and historical events are thrown out the window in order to create a fun story. So don't put too much thought into historical inaccuracies. All accents are done poorly, but with love, and no disrespect is intended. In each of your bedrooms, you've all been startled awake. You hear a door open and somebody running down the hallway and someone else chasing after. It is the middle of the night.
Guess I better go see what that's about.
You open the door and you see other doors open and people head out. As Sally's head comes out. Is something going on? What's the commotion?
Not sure. I figured I was just going to follow it and see what we find.
Yeah, you kind of go downstairs and you go into the war room and there's, a few people working, but no one else seems to have reacted to anything. Doc and Carlos, are you guys there?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are there and Sally is there with you, and suddenly another door bursts open. And a doctor rushes in, and he is out of breath. A lot of people are out of breath this week. And he's like, "Oh, I've got bad news, Miss Armitage. Johannes Vester was just found dead. There appears to be no marks on his body. I tried to revive him for 20 minutes. He's just gone." Oh, this is concerning. We lost a Deanstock as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just in the middle of the night. This is not good. And then she stops for a moment and she's like, Something. I remember I was somewhere and Esther was there and Mr. Towton was there and she points at you, Carlos. You were there. Don't get any smart ideas, mister.
Oh, no. It seemed like your dance card was full.
Yeah, I don't remember anything. I just remember these faces floating in and out and like screaming or I don't know, gnashing. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
you were
probably a good thing I woke up when I did.
Yeah, you were in the plains of Ling. You were being attacked by ghouls, and there's some sort of red-robed organization that's inflicted that on you.
Huh. Red robes.
By the way,
And she
Blisco,
turns
I think I got your. By the way, Blisco, I think I got your dream this time. Did you get mine?
Am I there yet?
No, he's
Okay.
Blisco is nowhere to
Oh,
be
he
seen
just
right now.
took off. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
then.
yeah. He ran out the building. The Plains of Ling. The Plains of Ling. Where have I heard that before?
Oh, there's a whole book about it. So in that
Yes.
Outer Realms book.
That's right. And she goes over and she starts flipping through the pages. The Plains of Ling, part of the Dreamlands. King in Yellow resides there. Yeah. Oh, it says something about Hastur. Uh-huh. Ghouls. Ghouls are in the Plains of Ling. Great. Where's Blisco when you need him?
Maybe that's what.
How do you know I was on the Plains of Ling anyway?
I saw you there.
Yes, but how did you know it was the Plains of Ling?
Oh, because he will Carl will show her the back of his hand. By which I mean the tattoo on the back of his hand. Not that he's gonna hit her.
Yeah, yeah.
Gonna smack ya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she looks at it, she grabs
smack
your
the
hand.
NPC off of ya.
She grabs your hand and she looks at it and she goes, "What is this? When did you have time to get a tattoo?"
Oh yeah, we accidentally joined the Luminaries, so we're Luminaries now.
What?
But we were initiated by what I'm pretty sure is a vampire. And he was there and he explained that it was the Plains of Link to me. Also, I saw that King in Yellow, which is probably not a good thing.
This seems to be too much to Sally. She's like, "I need a drink." And she exits the war room and goes into Talton's study where you guys had brandy and cigars.
Mm-hmm.
The three of you are standing around. There's a doctor there that's kind of like looking at you guys like, what's going on? And there's a rando like cleaning lady that comes in.
Was Blisco in his room? Should we go check that?
We should, especially.
I thought it was Blisco that took off running.
Let's go find out what Blisco's up to.
Okay.
Blisco, you're standing there in a science lab with a scientist, one of the head scientists, and Dilbert, who is out of breath, who has just exclaimed this crazy story of going to the Dreamlands, and that's why he's been gone for weeks. And Dilbert now has this shock of white hair.
You saying you were in Russia?
Yeah, yes. Russia, Nebraska, Japan, the Congo, the deepest part of Africa, you know. Where else was I? I was all over. I could go anywhere. All I had to do was think about where I wanted to go, walk a few steps, and then I was there.
And we need to go talk to the guys.
Oh, okay. And a very, very tired Antoine comes wandering out of one of the side rooms. What's going on? What's all the noise out here?
Dilbert's back. Figured out how to travel. We're gonna go tell him.
Tell who? Is Valentino back?
Yes.
Oh, well, I'm coming with you then.
Like Blisco barely waited long enough to like he was probably yelling the yes over his shoulder.
Okay. And then you guys all make it back over to the main house, and I'm guessing into the war room, or did you go somewhere else first?
If I hear a bunch of people in the war room, that's where I'm headed.
Okay, you go in there, and there's Doc, and there's Valentino, and there is Carlos, and a very confused doctor, and the door to Talton's study is open, and you can see Sally Armitage just like downing drink after drink after drink.
Yeah, I've got Dilbert in tow, like grabbed him by the wrist and drug him along with.
Oh, hey, you found Dilbert.
Yeah,
yes.
And Antoine came along too.
Hey,
he's a little bit more out of breath because he had to catch up. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit out of breath. I was sleeping and I heard a commotion and I came out and then Dilbert is here and then I heard that you were here, Valentino. So, hi.
Hey. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, we're also
Dilbert figured out how we're getting to Russia.
Oh, how's that?
Wait, what?
Dilbert, tell them.
So this key, I believe, is how we get into the Dreamlands. And when you're in the Dreamlands, all you have to do is think about where you want to go, take a few steps, and suddenly you're there. And then, well, I mean, I think it's still a dream. I don't know. Maybe I was really there. Maybe I wasn't. I don't know. But it was really weird. And then suddenly I was on these grasslands, and I saw Mr. Blisco there, and then he disappeared. And then the next thing I know, I was in Japan, and then I was in Russia, and then the next thing I know, I'm in your house, Mr. Carlos, and there's Mr. Blisco again, and he's eating all this food, and he didn't ask to have any for me. He didn't share any with me. I was kind of offended, Mr. Blisco, that you didn't share any of your food with me. But then we ended up in his home in Nebraska, and then we woke up here, and I was in his room.
Okay.
He figured out how to travel via the dreamland.
So, but you don't know if you were actually there or if you were just like in a dream version of there.
I mean, Mr. Blisco, didn't that seem pretty real to you?
He was in my room when I woke up.
Okay, good point. And I guess we don't know where he has been.
Where were you when you went into the dream world?
I was in my bedroom, sleeping. I was holding on to the key.
Do you still have the key?
Oh, yeah. And he was holding it up. He's flying it around. See? It's right here. It says right here. It seems pretty obvious. Key to the Dreamlands. Who would have thought?
See?
It's pretty amazing. It's a great discovery. I need to go see if there's any research here in the library that talks about this. And he rushes over and he starts pulling off books. And oh, yeah, this one. Uh-huh. Oh, here's this one. Key societies around the world. Interesting. And he goes over and he's got a pile of books. And he's like, now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go test my hypothesis. See ya. And he goes out of the room.
Whoa. Come back.
What? Huh?
What hypothesis are you going to go test?
I have a hypothesis that the key lets you enter the Dreamlands, and once you're in the Dreamlands, you can go anywhere. I don't know if it's real, though. That's the part of my hypothesis that I'm not sure of, which is why I need more testing.
Yeah, well, pump the brakes on that. Maybe you shouldn't test it by yourself.
Well, I tried to bring someone else into the Dreamlands with me, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, but you brought Blisco last time.
No, Mr. Blisco was already there.
Did you try?
Sally has been walked in, and she's kind of leaning up against the door and just watching all of this commotion going on.
All right, well, just take it slow, all right?
Yeah, but, I mean, this is really cool, isn't it? We could slip into someone's dreams, and we could murder them in their sleep.
I mean, maybe we don't jump to murder, but I suppose that's a possibility.
Yeah. That's, and he's finally starting to calm down a little bit. He's like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
All right.
How long have I been gone?
Dilbert. Does this rag smell like chloroform to you?
He does ask an important question. How long have I been gone?
How long were we gone? A week?
5 days, according to the last people who saw you.
For you guys, no. The 5 days was Major Seraph. For Dilbert, it's been since you guys left to Romania. So it's maybe been a week or two.
Yeah, at least
maybe
like
2
2
weeks.
weeks. Yeah.
Yeah,
you've been gone for about 2 weeks.
Well, that would explain why I'm so hungry. That would explain why I'm also so tired.
Yeah. Hey, how about you go have some breakfast and then you get back to your studies.
Wait, what is today? And Sally is like, it's May 15th, 1940. And then he just kind of stops and looks at everybody, and he's like, I missed my own birthday.
Oh.
And then he just turns and sadly walks out of the room with a big old stack of books that he's holding, and the key to the Dreamlands on top of the stack of books.
Should we take that?
I feel like we really should.
The thing is, though, it like resonates with him. He's having a lot of success with it. I mean, it's wild, uncontrollable success, but still.
Yeah, I mean,
if he may have found a way into Russia without us having to sneak in or fight in or irritate an ally.
Antoine?
Yes.
Have you had a look at any of his research?
I mean, the last we saw of him, he said he had gotten this key from Mr. Helias, and then we didn't see him again until just now.
All right. Could you have a look at some of his research?
I mean, he was working on the transportation device.
Okay.
Don't know if these two are connected, but I can.
Just could you talk to him about what he's found? I feel that maybe we are not the best ones for him to communicate about that with. You have a lot more knowledge of both history and occult sciences.
Oh, yes, I do. And he kind of is a little proud.
Yeah.
Does a little proud shake, you know.
Yeah, no, that's why
a little taller.
Yeah, no, that's why we scooped you out of Paris.
That's the only reason?
No.
I'm sure it wasn't the only reason, yeah. So, if you don't mind helping him, we'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, yes, of course. No problem. Although, and as he's leaving the room, he stops and turns. If he's been gone for like 2 or 3 weeks, and he says he's been to all those places, that seems like there's still something that we don't know.
Yeah, there's some missing time there.
Yeah, that's odd. It is curious too, though. Okay, well, yeah, let me go talk to him and see if he's more coherent and calm down.
And maybe try to delicately ask him about Major Seraph. See if he knows anything about.
Oh,
his
Major
whereabouts.
Seraph, yeah. He's been missing too. Do you think there's a connection?
Could be.
Well, so far we're 2 for 2 for people that randomly disappear and are tied to the key.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Sally, I don't mean to be mean, but you look really worn out. And she's like, yeah, I just haven't been sleeping well. Maybe you should, not stress out so much. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Antoine. Yes, happy to be of service. And he turns and goes out of the room. I think I'm going to take Antoine's advice, and I'm going to go back to bed. Gentlemen, this has been interesting, enlightening. I feel like, I know you've only been back a day, but I feel like we're missing out on so much.
Yeah, we certainly live in interesting times.
We'll sort it out.
Good night, gentlemen. And she leaves the room.
All right.
The random cleaning lady that came in has just kind of stopped and has just been watching everybody this whole time. Like, she knows that there's weird things going on. I knew there was weird things going on here, but I didn't know it was this weird.
I'm sure it could get a heck of a lot weirder.
I mean, I don't think we've even had to bring in a creature this time around.
Speaking of creatures, have you seen my husband, Frederick?
Oh, the gardener?
Groundskeeper?
Yes, that's him. You've met him.
We saw him earlier today. Or I guess
Well, he
last night,
didn't come home for dinner.
Oh.
Hey, we should check the shed.
Yeah, we should look for him.
Check the shed.
Check the shed?
That's
Is that
where we
some
saw
kind of
him.
euphemism you Americans use? Ha!
I
All
believe you
crazy.
might call it
It's all
a
madness. And she just kind of throws her hands up and she goes back to sweeping a broom out the door.
Gentlemen, we need to go to the shed right now.
Okay.
Yeah, any particular reason?
I also had a dream. We need to go to the shed right now.
Okay, all right.
Okay, yeah, maybe tell us about it on the way.
Yep.
I'm already dressed anyway, and
we're
Carlos
all-
is,
we're all-
by the way, like wearing some pajama pants, some slippers, and a shoulder holster.
Okay. All right, I like it. I like it.
Yeah. Sterling Archer approved.
So are you telling them anything on the way to the shed? Because it's a little bit of a jaunt.
I'm going to tell them everything that I can on the way to the shed.
Which is what?
I dreamed that I was in the shed and that Frederick died and I could not touch him. And then the dream started trying to taunt me, but I still couldn't touch him. And in the dream, Frederick died.
What do you mean the dream was taunting you?
The dream, the face of someone from my past appeared in the dream. And why am I West, Dr. West, the man who made me who I am today.
Oh, West. He's
And
the yeah. You're the man whose research your research is based on.
I think he may have killed Frederick to try and convince me to revive Frederick. And if Frederick is actually dead and or in danger, we need to get there quickly.
I see.
Yeah, we're moving.
Okay, you get to the shed. You see a light on through the dusty window.
Every time you say that, I'm trying to figure out what song it's a lyric from. It's like a Bruce Springsteen song.
There was a light in the dusty window, America. And then we rode down the road with our machines, America, through the dusty windshield of life.
Knock at the door.
Yeah, there's no answer to the knock at the door. And no applause to my brilliant rendition of a Bruce Springsteen song.
No,
thank you, everyone.
No car washes on Asbury Park.
Nope. Yeah, you knock on the door, there's no answer.
Open it up.
Yeah, you open it up, and it kind of looks the same that you saw before. The only difference is the gardener is laying face down on the ground, and scattered around him are a bunch of papers. There's a mouse kind of chewing on the gardener's ear. It sees you, and it scatters away.
Does it seem to have a cape?
This one does not.
Okay. I attempt to resuscitate the man.
Yeah, you turn him over, and it's pretty clear that this guy is cold and has been this way for probably an hour or more.
Damn. How long?
Scattered around him on the floor, Blisco, are some... Ooh, these are pictures that maybe you shouldn't be looking at. Yeah, this guy's dead.
Are all of his papers French postcards?
These are, they look like German prints.
Mm.
Oh, even worse.
Yeah. Hey, Doc, how about you give me an observation plus insight, D1?
Observation plus insight. It's a good one because I have good brains. Okay. Hang on. I am not going to use one success.
Yeah, that's all you needed. As you stand there kneeling, you kind of look over where the mouse ran off to, and you can see that the sack of grass seed, you can now see the label on it, and it says, H. West, the greatest grass seed in all of England. And the logo kind of looks like, although it's not, but just from the angle that you're looking at it, the blades of grass look like a green syringe.
So I turn so that I don't vomit directly onto the corpse. But I do vomit directly onto whatever I turn to.
Take 3 mental stress.
Oh, good. That doesn't touch through my existing crazy.
Okay. Yep, there's a dead body here.
Suppose we better let someone know.
What is going on here?
Oh, good. There's someone.
Who said that?
You turn around, and there is Seraph standing in the doorway. He looks haggard and a little bloody.
Where have you been? Do you need
I have been fighting the Norn as an infestation. As an infestation here. I barely got away with my life.
What's a Norn?
A group of, well, it's a cult, really. But
Are they known for their red hoods?
Yes. They're also known for attacking people via their dreams.
Yeah, that seems to be going around.
Did
Well,
you finish them? Or do we need to go deal with them?
I'm afraid they have finished me. And he falls down, and there is a knife in his back.
Ah,
Doc.
First aid!
Yeah, you can do a first aid.
Can I try and stabilize him? Does he need stabilizing? I've never stabilized somebody.
I mean, he does need stabilizing if he can even succeed. This is going to have to be a D4.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Fortune.
I can reduce it to a D3 using my lifesaver, which I've never used.
Okay.
nice.
So I can get it down to a D3.
Okay.
Ha-ha! So, I must spend 1 fortune, make a coordination plus medicine chest with a difficulty of 3. Ha-ha! Ha-ha!
You must spend 1 fortune
Yes.
just to make the test?
Let me read it.
Use that ability?
You can bring people back from the brink of death. You reduce the difficulty of any medicine skill test made to stabilize a dying character or revive a character by 1. You may also attempt to save the life of a character who died during the current scene. You must spend 1 fortune and make a coordination plus medicine test with a difficulty of 3.
Yeah. So if this guy had died, if he's like full on flatline,
Right.
you have an ability that lets you still save him as long as it happened within this scene.
Right.
Sounds like what Steven was saying is this guy's just about to die, so you probably don't have to spend the fortune.
Okay.
Oh, no, I was asking if he is using this lifesaver talent. He has to spend the fortune, but it doesn't go to his successes. It's just spending the fortune.
Right.
But it says it reduces the difficulty of the skill test by 1.
Yeah,
Okay,
so you would be at a D3.
I'm just a D3.
The ability is 2 separate abilities. It's someone is close to dying. We're trying to stabilize him. I get to reduce the difficulty by 1. Period. Dot. Someone has actually died. I get to spend a fortune to bring them back from the dead at a D3.
I think we're saying the same thing.
No, that's quite different.
We're both saying that we're fine with me being called Mr. Fantastic. Okay, so I would like to attempt to stabilize a dying character.
You might check and see if he's dying or if he's dead.
That's what I'm doing.
That's not what first aid does. You would have to just do a regular medical check to see if he's alive.
Right. But lifesaver is the medicine skill test, or rather,
only if he is on the brink of death.
So you need to find out if he's dead or not right now.
I'm going to check.
Just be a medical check, right?
That's what I'm going to do.
Medicine plus reason.
Was it reason?
D2.
Or was it coordination? Coordination plus medicine.
I think reason right now to diagnose.
Okay. I'm just started. I want to make sure I don't push the wrong button. You know how much that sucks. Yeah, 1 success.
1 success. Yeah, you feel no pulse.
Oh, he's dead. I'm going to stabilize him.
Well, you can't stabilize someone who's dead.
Well, then I'll bring him back for the dead.
So then you would need to use your lifesaver one.
Correct, which is...
It's a D3.
Right.
And he has to spend a fortune to be able to do it.
You have to spend a fortune to be able to do it.
Correct. So it's a D3 with or without.
No, it's a D4 if you want to try to revive him. If you're going to use your lifesaver, you have to spend the fortune, which reduces it down to that D3.
Got it. Okay. Do we have 2 momentum?
You do have 2 momentum.
If we had 2 momentum, I could not add 2 dice.
You could not. You can add 1
momentum.
die.
If I have to use a fortune to...
You can only use 1 fortune per scene.
That's what I wanted to make sure. Okay. So, I can pull a momentum.
Give him threat.
Yeah, what you could do is give Steven 1 threat and then use the 2 momentum, and that would give you 2 extra dice.
Let's do that. So that would give me a total of 4 dice to roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. On a difficulty 3.
Yep.
And this would be coordination and medicine? Because it's a medicine.
What does it say on your lifesaver?
It says perform a medicine skill test.
Okay, so medicine plus
coordination plus medicine test with a difficulty of 3. If successful, the character is defeated rather than dead. Okay. So I am making a coordination plus medicine test, and it's the thing says it's a difficulty of 3. If I burn 2 dice, does that not bring the difficulty down?
No, that gives you extra dice.
It gives you extra dice to roll.
Right.
You're rolling 4 dice against a D3.
Got it. Does the power not lower the difficulty?
Nope.
In both cases?
Nope.
Well, that doesn't sound clear. You made sure. Okay. No sweat. All right. So I am rolling 4 dice for a D3. 3 successes.
Hey, 3 successes. He coughs and sputters and says, "Run, you fools." And then he passes out again.
All right. Should we try to get him to the infirmary?
Yeah, let's do that.
I mean, you could, except when you turn around, you notice that you are surrounded. The entire cabin, shed, is surrounded by men with red robes. They're carrying torches, guns, pitchforks, bladed weapons. And they're like, boy, step away from him. We're going to finish it off. We're going to finish you off. Critical Hit Punch All Nazis is a production of Major Spoilers Entertainment and was produced and edited by me, Stephen Schleicher. If you would like to get a behind-the-scenes making of this episode, be sure to check out the GM Roundtable Octoon Cthulhu Edition at our Patreon page, patreon.com/Major Spoilers. Each week I discuss my plans for the upcoming game session, and Dr. Brad Will is there to share his reactions and advice on how to be a better game master. I will warn you, though, there are spoilers galore in every installment of the GM Roundtable Octoon Cthulhu Edition. So, if you don't like spoilers and don't want to know what I am planning next, don't listen to these episodes. Though, I will say, if you do listen, you'll be able to see how and where the players throw a wrench into my plans, and you're also going to have greater insight into the world that's being built into this campaign. Finally, we want you to record yourself doing your best on Critical Hit and send it to us at podcast@majorspoilers.com, and your voice will join the growing chorus of fans in upcoming episodes as well. Thank you again for listening this week, and here's hoping all of your dice rolls are critical hits.
This podcast is copyright 2024 by Major Spoilers Entertainment, LLC.
Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets, with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care.